worldly sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically having something that a lot of people aren't able to just come by. Like you just have it, but other people just aren't able to like either afford it or get it in any type of way.
I would just say just like societal's representation of like what's given to people just based off of who they are and their like how they were born and where they were born and stuff like that.
There's like so many ways to define it. Like obviously there's like race wise, like money wise, stuff like that.
Okay.
So yeah.
My idea of privilege is to be free of the opinions of others.
Privilege, like having the privilege to do something good, or like having things.
Nah, I
Good
think it
things
makes
or-
life, it makes things unfair when you look at it from a social perspective. Like someone less talented than me, but born with privilege, will have more. With this privilege, I mean, in a richer family or somewhere, will have more access to more opportunities or that, and yeah, that kind of a thing.
Privilege to me is the opportunity and advantages that we get on a day-to-day basis to do everything we do.
I would say I do believe in the existence of white privilege. Not so much as it is something like an express thing that's given to you, but more in the fact that it's an absence of barriers that one has to overcome. I think being a man also has privileges, so I'd say that those are two I have.
Well, I do believe that there is white privilege out there, and I believe that as a male, I'm also pretty privileged as well.
I feel like the privilege I have right now is not having any financial like burdens on me personally, because my parents pretty much always cover all of it. So personally, I don't have any. That's the privilege I have right now.
Do you have any?
Probably being bilingual. I think that's a privilege, I guess. I don't know, being here, obviously.
Education privilege, I
Yeah.
would say. Like a lot of people can't go to university or their parents don't prioritize it unlike some people, so
Well, I am very white, so obviously white privilege, things like that, things like racism and stuff like that, I don't have to deal with. But also just, I think being like an American automatically gets you a lot of privilege, because there's a lot of different issues that non-Americans have to deal with that I've never had to experience. So.
No, I wouldn't say so. Not right now.
Why not?
I feel like it's more related to like social, economic status, and also like ethnicities, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, my privilege is my parents are very educated, so I've been brought up very well. I've been asked to behave respectfully, and yeah, I'm quite privileged to being born in a nice family. Yep, I would say that's my privilege.
Yeah, same with me. I think very open-minded family. I come from New Zealand. It's very free, so I get privileged to travel and get a scholarship here. I'm on a soccer scholarship, so not everyone gets that. So that's very cool.
I believe that I do. I have the privilege of going to work every day. I have the privilege of having a house over my head, and I have a privilege of waking up healthy.
I mean, I'm an American-born citizen. I'm a man, and because my parents worked super hard, I was able to go to a public university like in America. So that's a lot of privilege right there.
Just seeing struggles that other people have to deal with that have never once crossed my mind or been a thought in my mind, because of just how I have been raised and where I was raised and who I am as a person. So yeah.
Just basically, I know a lot of people around here in school, even back home where I'm from. It's just like I know a lot of people who don't get that opportunity with getting their parents to pay for a lot of things. So that's why I believe I have it.
I would say conversations with people who aren't white men, both between women and people of color, on both those capacities, seeing what women have to deal with in terms of sexual harassment, being passed over for opportunities, being treated as though they aren't like serious and more professional career fields, things of that nature. Talking with people of color about negative interactions with the police or other employers. So I'd say those are two things.
I think the big thing is hearing some of my friends talk about this conversation about police. I know with my parents it's not really something that really came up all too often, that how to deal with police, and I understand that can be a tricky subject for some people. In the same way, I feel like my opportunities aren't squandered just being a man. I know I talk to a lot of female friends, and for them it's just a different story. So yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, the thing is, right, you don't notice these things, right? You have some other people may tell you these things, but you don't really, it doesn't register until, like, you see it for the first time. You meet other people that don't have as much as you, or have more than you, and then you realize that you're on a scale. There's someone, they're all on a big scale. That's just what they...
Thank you.
Yep.